You've probably seen journaling advice before: morning routines, 10-step templates, productivity hacks. But what if the reason you don't keep a page a day has nothing to do with willpower and everything to do with what journaling actually is? Today we are writing with real writers, the ones who kept diaries not for views, not for productivity, but because the page was part of their life itself. Welcome back to the Literature Therapy. If this is your first time here, we explore reading and writing not as tasks, but as spaces to understand ourselves. And if you're tired, journaling, and felt stuck, you're not alone. Because nearly every writer you've heard of, from Anais Nin to lesser-known diarists, kept a notebook in some form. They weren't disciplined robots. They were humans with questions, confusion, and a desire to understand themselves through the written word. Take Anais Nin. She began her diary as a teenager and continued it for decades. Her diary wasn't a checklist, it was her companion. She wrote not to be seen but to understand herself, to give shape to moments that otherwise would slip away. Or consider the Goncourt brothers, Edmund and Jules. Journal chronicled their life as writers, friends, rivals, and observers of Paris. Their day writing was messy, unfiltered, curious. Not because they had a routine, but because their notebooks were extensions of their lives. These writers didn't keep perfect journals, they kept honest ones. So, what does that mean for your one page a day? It doesn't have to be polished. It doesn't have to be deep or profound or compare with anyone else's practice. It just needs to be yours. And the writers whose work we now read, the one whose names are famous, started by doing exactly that. They wrote because the page held something they couldn't keep in their mind. You might think, I don't have anything to write. But that's the same thing Anais Nin felt. That's the same thing every writer feels at first. What made them keep writing wasn't great ideas. It was the act of returning to the page again and again. A page a day isn't a ritual of productivity. It's a ritual of presence. So here's what you need to do today. Open your notebook. Don't wait for inspiration. Just pick any one of these beginnings. This morning, I noticed. Right now, I'm thinking. Something that stayed with me today was, pick anyone, or pick the journaling prompt pinned in the comments. And write one page. Not perfect, just real. Because that is the kind of writing the great diarists did. Not for fame, not to be published, but to know themselves better. If today's video helps you actually write one page, comment below with your first opening line. Just the first sentence, nothing else. I'll read it. I'll feel inspired. And if you haven't already, maybe subscribe to this channel. Not for noise, but for quiet reflection together. See you tomorrow.